We are going to present the next honor under the Vasundhara Mitra in the organization category to Indian Institute of Millets Research and Director Vilas A. Tunapi. IIMR is engaged in research on important dryland crops such as cotton and groundnut, as well as sorghum based cropping systems. Founded in 1958, the organization is also helping national agricultural research systems in creating linkages between producers, processors, and markets of agricultural produce. Let's hear about the interesting work being done at the IIMR in their citation and hear from Director Vilas A. Tonapi.
An agricultural research institute engaged in basic and strategic research on sorghum and other millets. IIMR operates under the aegis of Indian Council of Agricultural Research, ICAR. IIMR coordinates and facilitates sorghum research at the national level through the All India Coordinated Research Projects on Sorghum and provides links with various national and international agencies. Founded in 1958 under the Project on Intensified Research on Cotton, Oilseeds and Millets, the organization was engaged in research on important dryland crops such as sorghum, castor, groundnut, pigeon pea, and cotton, as well as sorghum-based cropping systems. It paved the way for agricultural research in India during that time and has now been upgraded as IIMR, Indian Institute of Millets Research, in 2014. The IIMR is helping the national agricultural research systems to create strong linkages with producers, processors, and markets of agricultural produce. It is also working with other sister institutes to improve their capacity to carry out agricultural policy analysis to help influence change in policies that negatively affect millet production and productivity. The strategic goals of IIMR include enhancing and sustaining millets productivity and global competitiveness, improving the end product quality and cost effectiveness of millet production systems, promotion of millets as health food and as industrial raw material for potable and industrial alcohol, starch, and their products. Under the able guidance of current director Vilas A. Tonapi, IIMR strives to achieve its goals. We are happy to honor the Indian Institute of Millets Research, ICAR IIMR, with the Kirloskar Vasundhara Mitra in the organization category.
Dr. Vilas Tonapi is the Director, Indian Institute of Millet Research, Hyderabad. He is a Principal Scientist, Seed Science and Technology, PI, NSP, and Nodal Officer, Seed. His special attainments include planning, development, and management of crop improvement programs and strategies, both conventional and biotechnology led, for food and nutritional security of self and cross pollinated crops for both dry and irrigated ecosystems. Participatory seed system development, developmental initiatives in seed technology, seed quality assurance, new seed policy, and development of sustainable community seed systems, seed industry development, protection of plant varieties, farmers' rights and IPR management, DOS testing, and research on physiological, biochemical, and molecular basis of seed vigor. He has been awarded the R.V. Swaminathan Gold Medal for his PhD, Jane Tata Endowment Award, and GRDC Fellowship for postdoctoral program. He has been a consultant to the FAO on seed system development. He was part of the USDA Global Ergot Collection and Characterization Mission. He has been awarded the Distinguished Service Award to Seed Industry by the AP Seedsman Association. He has been associated as an expert to the DSE Department of Science and Technology DBT, and ICAR. He has to his credit 42 research papers in peer reviewed journals, 26 authored and edited books, and more than 75 research papers presented in various symposia and seminars.
It's a very happy occasion on this day of Institute being recognized as Vasundhara Mitra organization. I would like to emphasize my presentation on India's millet makeover, addressing the nutritional shortfalls. The millets that we are working with are jowar, bajra, ragi, kodo, proso, and barnyard millet, including the brown top millet. And basically, majority of them belong to Africa and India, and some belong to Southeast Asia. In fact, the presence of millets has been recorded around 3000 to 2000 BC. And again, the foxtail millet, for example, about 1900 BC at Punjab. And again, at Harappan period, there is a record around 2500 BC. So, starting from in the civilization period to the Bronze Age period, and also looking at the spread of millets from Africa to other part of the continents. So it is very, very interesting to note how millets traveled across the globe and they became the staple foods. In fact, the mention of millets also are in Vedas, Puranas, and also the historians have really recorded how millets have been part of the important food culture in India and across the globe. However, over a period of time, we have seen the decline of millets in India and also across the globe. This happened in India with the onset of Green Revolution, where the irrigated agriculture, high input agriculture, and also the government policies around the public distribution system and procurement of grains were mainly focused on the wheat and rice, and also the investments in research also were for wheat and rice. Thus, these grains, which are ancient in nature, the millets, have were pushed back to the background, and that's how, though we attained the food security, but we are on the platform which indicates the fact that nutrition security is at stake. Thus, the malnutrition in both urban and rural India is same, and that's where the role of millets comes into India, and also the role of the institution is to address these decline causing factors and then to bring back these millets to the food plate of all is the major goal and responsibility of this institute. In fact, many of these millets, starting from sorghum, which is called as a great millet, the pearl millet, that is bajra, then the finger millet, ragi, all these things have a rich nutritional dense ecosystem within their grain, starting from high level of fiber, the protein, the calcium, and many of the amino acids which are important from the point of health to the human being are all embedded within these grains. That's how it is very important that we need to diversify the agriculture, bring these grains back to the food plate of all, so that the nutrition security is assured for all. We have now been on the threshold of Poshan Abhiyan of the Prime Minister of India, which indicates that nutrition security need to be ensured to everybody. But this nutrition security cannot be addressed just with wheat and rice, where we lack the nutrition per se. But when we diversify with these nutrition dense grains our food plate, I think we will be fully assured of the nutrition, of the fiber, and also various antioxidants that are required to address the autoimmune diseases within the body. So all this put together also brings the fact of climate change and also the agrarian distress. So, in this particular situation, when water scarcity and the is looming large and also the population is increasing, then we need the crops that perform better as the with minimum water. That's how the climate change scenario really requires to bring these millets back to the food plate and also the cultivation system. So, in fact, when you look at the water requirement, these millets need just 350 to 400 millimeters of water to complete their life cycle. The studies that indicate have shown that when the climate change scenario is going to be real, as it is evident today, or when the greenhouse gases are increasing, it all indicates the fact that sorghum, pearl millet, finger millet, and all the small millets are environment friendly crops, and they perform better in the increased carbon dioxide scenario also because they are the C4 plants, and they will add value to the entire agricultural ecosystem where water scarcity, water crisis are have become the reality. Therefore, though we lost the 65% of the area, the contribution of the institute has been in providing best quality varieties, hybrids with better nutrition. And 60 by from 65% less area, we are producing the same percentage of grains. It indicates that we have contributed immensely in terms of crop improvement, and that is how almost we have seen 5 to 6 times productivity increase since 1960s. Therefore, the today's 13 million tons production of millets, we are targeting that by next 5 years we should be producing around 30 million tons of these millets, so that positioning of these grains to the world market would happen, so that the global community would also have the diversified alternate staple grains available to them. This institute has is working on health benefit of millets with the medical fraternity, basically in relation to celiac diseases, anti-diabetic properties of millets, then reduction of oxidative stress, anti-cancer properties, then anti-hypertensive properties. Millets, in fact, are the real solution for obesity and also the coronary heart diseases. That's how it is said that millets have a role in treating stomach ulcers and gallstones, and also anemia control and preventing allergic reactions. And in fact, the millets have lowest glycemic index, and they are good for diabetes, which has been studied by this institute. And that's how we feel that health benefits of millets really outweigh the benefits that the evergreen revolution has given. But the contrast is we need to bring back these grains to diversify the agriculture. Functionality of millet polyphenols, the antioxidants, and also the millets as answer to iron deficient females and adult males has been established by this institute. Then the range of traditional foods of millets, the value added products are being popularized by the institutes through awareness creation and also training of the farmer producer organizations. Therefore, we feel that millets as a commodity are required to be brought back. Every one of us have to work together to bring millets back to the food plate of all. Therefore, millets are good for everyone and good for the planet and also good for the farmer. And this institute, having created the business incubator till now, has created 300 plus entrepreneurs, 150 startups, and also training self-help groups, the farmers, women farmers. Thus, we have created an ecosystem of establishing the value chain sustainably, empowering the farmers with the FPOs, establishment of farm gate processing, improvement in the machineries required for dealing of small millets, and popularization of millets, awareness creation, which is being done as a knowledge partner by this institute throughout India. Thus, we are now ready to celebrate the International Year of Millets in 2023. We are preparing the background document, the base document for Government of India, and this is how the range of activities are going to be taken up running up to 2023 and during International Year of Millets, to see that IIMR along with Government of India and all the global partners would be ensuring legitimate place for millets in the global food baskets.